Awesome. So, hello. Thank you all for joining our 19th video session. Today, we're going to be interviewing Kiran Verma, the founder of Simply Blood. So, essentially, the point of video sessions is to find an hour every other week to discuss a new topic or interview mentors in the social entrepreneurship field. So, that's why we asked Kiran to interview with us today. So essentially, today's session is going to run a little bit differently, where Leia will actually be conducting the interview.
So, as Giovanni mentioned, Kiran is the founder of Simply Blood. And I know that Simply Blood's vision is to basically save 1 million lives by the end of 2020. Is that correct? Kira, you hear me? Thank you, Mara, for...
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So, yeah.
Do you mind elaborating, telling us a little bit more about Simply Blood? Is there anything you would like to add?
So I'll just share you why I started Simply Blood. So I was a regular blood donor here in India, and I used to get call from random people regarding different, blood requests in different hospitals. So one day in December 2016, I got a call from one caller that they need a blood. They need blood for a poor person. So I went there. I donated blood, and after donating blood, I got to realize that my blood was sold to that family. And the worst part was that that lady got into prostitution to pay the bills. And that was a time when I realized that black marketing is happening around blood. And why this is happening? Because there is a demand, there is a supply, but there is a deficit as well. And because of that, need is not being fulfilled. People are taking advantage out of it, and people are selling it to the needy. So that's the reason I started Simply Blood, making sure that we are connecting peer-to-peer connect, so that if you need blood, so you just need to have you need to find a donor, and you can get blood for free of cost. You don't have to pay for that. So that's how we started with Simply Blood.
From what I can see, Simply Blood kind of gives you that peace of mind that you know where your blood is going. You know that it is not being wasted. You know that it's being used for something good. But what are some of the issues there? Because usually when people do donate blood, a lot of that blood gets wasted. What happens to that? To all of that blood that people are donating and that is not being used for donations?
So every time we donate blood, so it goes to a standard process where your blood is being tested out on different parameters. There are more than 60 parameters, if I'm not wrong, which has been defined by World Health Organization. So WHO says that you need to test at least 60 blood on the basis of 60 parameters, and there is a standard cost to it. So it's not free of cost, first of all. So we donate blood free of cost, but the moment we donate it, the processing takes a lot of money to it, right? And the process splits your blood into 4 or 5 different portions, like white blood cell, red blood cell, plasma, platelet, and the rest is fluid or maybe blood, plain blood, red blood. So these 5 components can save at least 3 lives. So when
what are some of the challenges that you faced throughout your journey with Simply Blood?
So initially it was funding, because when I started, I started Simply Blood with my own money. I had no money to run my operation for the first 1.5 years. It was completely based on my savings. I lost everything. And later finding out a team, right, to develop such kind of platform so that we can build an ecosystem to develop such kind of things. It's very difficult. And the best part, the worst part is you have to convince people that you are doing credible job. Initially, people don't give it a shit that what you are doing, because initially they question your intent, they question your work, they always keep a question mark on your every whatever you do, right? So first of all, it's very difficult because we never used medium like running an ad or kind of things to acquire blood donors on our platform. So that's the reason we always thought that it's going to be organic. People are going to talk. So in last 2.5 years, we have got roughly around 50,000 blood donors on our platform. But the best part
Wow.
is those 50,000 blood donors are all organic.